Welcome to NBA 2K26 Deep Dive. We got some key information and we're going to be focusing on my career for this video, but there's a lot of other details I'll have coverage for as well. Cool stuff like my team, my NBA, and so much more as well. But if you're watching this channel and it's informative, make sure you leave a like and comment, like you know what it is out there. Other than that, let's just dive right into it. Giveaways in the comments for anybody who leaves something. I'll select some winners for some BC or things like that in the future. So lock in. Here we go. So this is the roadmap. You're looking at the actual picture of the roadmap, and this is like a lot of little hints and tips and tricks. The main thing you want to look at is each date. These are the official reveals. So you're going to get gameplay powered by Pro Play. This is a big one, and this is the most important one in my opinion, and they already confirmed a bunch of stuff, and we're going to dive into that in a second. But overall, every date is here. All right, the 28th of July, and then the rest are in August 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th, right, leading up to early access. All right, but one of the first things I want to do before we talk about all this details is check this out, man. This is a really dope thing right here. This looks like, I'm speculating by the way, but you got Spike Lee's room. This is called House of 2K. So this is going to be either your HUD, right? You got your jersey room, your sunset room, and then your trophy room. Maybe this is like your career before you go into the NBA, or your MyCourt new style where you have like a little coach. We've seen this before, but I don't see no court, so I'm assuming it'll be on a different floor maybe. But the point is, Spike Lee most likely confirmed here. I can't say yes or no. He was a voiceover in the trailer, the original trailer. And then House of 2K kind of feels like a Spike Lee thing. I'm a big Spike Lee guy. I'm a New Yorker, so that is fire. That's number one. And then, of course, we'll go through all the details on gameplay and all this good stuff right now as we go forward. What I'm going to do is show you the article for 1 second, and I'll have that in the description. You can kind of read through it. And then I'm just going to let some gameplay of me recently playing with one of my builds I haven't played with in forever. And so it was a fun time kind of going back and revisiting this a little while ago. Good times. Now, I want to get into all the information and kind of help you see what they're doing. The first thing that they talked about is called rewarding skill-based gameplay. This to me is the most important thing in 2K. We're here to play a video game. We're not here to watch a movie. We're not here to like put on some clothes, see who looks fresh. It's fun to do extra things and to do all that stuff, but basketball is basketball. At the end of the day, put the ball in the hole or not, right? Who's better? So they basically confirmed that it's green or miss on most competitive modes. If you're playing offline, I don't think it's going to matter too much. But if you're online, you're going to end up being green or miss. What does that mean? That means all of this extra selections and all this cheesy stuff people have been doing is gone. And you're going to have to be skilled. And if you're not skilled, that's okay, man. Just get better. I've had rough shooting years, and then I've had amazing shooting years. You know, sometimes in the same day, somebody's calling me a Zenner because I go, 11 for 13. And then other times people are telling me, oh man, what's the heck? I'm like 40% from the field. Either way, I have fun, man, and I'll make the best of it. And in a competitive scene, I always try to put my best foot forward. I think this is the right way 2K needs to do it. Secondly, is the shot meter for shots and dunks will have a green window, just like 2K24. Super important. And I'm glad that that's in the game now. You can actually see it because this year was a little weird. No green window. And then they also made it so that layups now have to be timed. You're not going to get real player percentage. Thank God. Shout out to Mike Wayne. I actually fought with him about 3-4 years ago about this. And he said, the community isn't ready. And I'm like, bro, I don't care if they're ready. They need to get better. It's like, how you expect someone to get ready if you don't make them do it? So it's a really good feature. Personally, I love it. And then they get into new tools for offense and defense. And I'm not going to read every detail on the article, but basically, you're going to have more control and customizations over attacking the rim, locking down the paint, and staying in perfect positions. Improve player-to-player contact on the floor and in the air. Improve footwork and defensive counters for a more competitive experience. The key word is competitive. And that is interesting. Again, there's no official reveal, guys. This is all text, so you're not going to get gameplay today if you're waiting for it. But that, to me, the word competitive, I like the fact that they're putting it into the game, into these articles now, and hopefully they do it with the gameplay. That's the most important thing, and we'll see how that plays out. All right, another big one is the actual MyPlayer builder. They said you're going to get more insight, new ways to get insight, and one of the examples was body types. You could never tell what type of body type you could get until you made your build, went into the MyCareer, and then you can see. But the truth is, I'm hoping they put that for cap breakers. You're able to test the cap breakers on the build, on the builder, before you ever play. I think that'll be fire. It'll be just make everybody's life easier. Things like that. So we'll see what that means when they actually improve it and they showcase the builder. This is one of the biggest features, most important in my opinion. Another big one is called fresh play styles. All right. So fresh play styles is that they doubling down on everything the community loved about last year. Cap breakers will return with big improvements alongside new ways to earn and improve your build with rewarding smarter progression and give you new ways to evolve your play style all year long. So not sure what they mean by that. I know we got the season pass rewards, but like some basketball, other elements, like if I'm playing in the rec and there's like achievements I can do, he win 100 games in the rec, and then I get a cap breaker. That's dope. So I don't know. I've talked about that all year about adding extra cap breakers in different ways to make it more fun to want to play the game. I'll play through an offline tournament or the season if they want me to get these cap breakers. Hell yeah. But yeah. And then also Takeover is back, but they said they're streamlining the progression and then giving you more control to dominate with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's fire. And then build diversity. This is the big one. And y'all know how I do with these things. Build diversity is so important. They basically said that all heights, short and tall, will be effective on the court this year with more build diversity. All right. The builder will still be intuitive for beginners, but veterans will be able to dive deeper and create the perfect build. That's something I love. I'm a scientist. This is my number one thing. I think I'm probably the most advanced knowledge. I mean, 2K Labs is maybe second place at best, or a little lower than that. I'm number 1, 2, and 3. You know what I mean? When it comes to the builder, I really know the science by that thing. I'm just saying, no shots at 2K Labs. I'm giving them love. I love them guys. But those are some of the MyCareer. I got a couple more. There's an official story. I did talk about that and I showcased that on what that means. Basically, you're capable of playing a full story this time around. And then also there's going to be more consequences with the stories and choices that you make. So there's going to be objectives and better opportunities for you if you do the right thing or whatever the case may be within the story. Another big thing for MyCareer is the draft. So you don't have to just pick a team like we did this year. You can actually go through the process of getting drafted and work out for a team and do all that good stuff. I'm going to do it because I just want to see what it's like this year. I'm going to tell y'all something, man, for the young generation, man. We lost touch with loving basketball. 2K spoiled us with a lot of MyCareer stuff and people's lost touch. I love going through the NBA. I love dealing with NBA players, playing against them, playing with them. I still love that, no matter how old or young I get. And if you're young and you grew up in a generation where you just make your MyPlayer and hang out with friends, and you miss out on the joy of playing against your favorite player or with your favorite player, I promise you, man, there's nothing like that. If you put your mind to it and just enjoy yourself, you're going to have a good time. So anyways, that's the deal. Then the last big one was the city. All right. They said that the city is going to be more intimate. That was a specific word. More intimate and accessible than ever. As well as the makeover. The makeover is going to do better lighting. So it's going to be a night specific time of day, and the lighting is going to be better for that. And then on top of it, more grounded scenery, natural, real basketball style courts, which is something I've been asking for years. I'm like, give me Rutgers Park, bro. I was a kid. I grew up there. I won some tournaments there. I freaking had fights there. I broke my damn tooth in there. I went through a lot. I broke my wrist and my ankle. When you put a Rutgers Park in there, I get emotional, man. I feel more motivated. I want to play. So they're probably not going to do official courts because they have to license them, but at least have more grounded courts. You know, I don't need no space aliens in the course. So they figured that out. Shout out to 2K for that. And one of the biggest sleeper things is flex in the city. All right, they're gonna have all new leaderboards to show off your ranking. So in different modes, you're going to have leaderboards and you're going to be able to show it off on your player. And then also for modes like theater and direct. And then on top of it, you could get a 12-foot statue outside of that specific mode. That's kind of crazy. I know I'm going to be up there. It's not a big deal to be in a video game, man. I was offered to get scanned for NBA Live back in the day, and I couldn't make it to the venue at the time. It was in New York City. They wanted me to come, and I still regret not going. I could have found a way if I really was super desperate. I just said nah, because I thought I would get another opportunity, and then a couple years passed and they shut down. So this is fire to kind of get you in the game somewhat, at least your player. It's not going to be a scan of you, but I'm cool with that. And that's kind of what is fire, in my opinion, so far. I really like what I've seen with this overall setup and the idea of what they're doing for this. And that's the general breakdown. But of course, there's tons more when it comes to MyTeam, MyNBA. And I got a video breaking that down, so y'all can go watch that. It should be popping up on your screen. Go check it out now. Leave a like and comment if this was informative. Be safe. Peace.